I felt something. Where is it? What do you think of this, Father? Let's see.
Shulsky, there's no time for reading.
I can't read this. It's like describing colors to a blind man. I don't get it.
Whatever you're mumbling, I don't care. We need to go.
What happened?
The guard peeked inside this cell and everything fell apart. Konyechkin was furious. It'll take him a little while before he regains his composure, so let's not waste time. I'll lead us out of the gate, but what then?
My cellmates have confirmed their people are observing the Citadel. They'll pick us up.
Sounds like a plan.
Sarah Rivkin, right? I saw your files. You like playing with fire?
I haven't been her for a long time. Did you hear what I said about...
Before we leave, I'd like to grab one of my...
What? Have you lost...
I have to, because he doesn't know.
You'll get lost here. I'll go. You just wait for me there.
I'll be waiting.
You, what are you doing here?
It's a long time since I was in Warsaw last. I wanted to
Show your pass, or you're under...
I wish you luck.
And you, what are you grinning at? Grab the rest of the...
So, have you mastered whistling?
That's how you do it.
Come on, folks.
Wanda! I'm so glad to see you.
What about Michał? And her?
Thanks to me, the rest got out.
Move.
Please, come in. No one should be alone at a time like this.
Emir, they killed Michał.
He is not altogether lost, remember.
I'm going to see Burke. The rest should know. Come on, Yannick.
The famous Madame Samira has honored my humble abode.
Thank you for taking us in.
You must be exhausted. Please go ahead to your rooms upstairs. I'll join you in a moment.
Are you coming?
Yes.
Please, make yourselves at home. The tea is brewing, and it will do us all good. Madame must be the Thaumaturge Victor told me about.
Did I mention that?
For the time being, I'll assume we all have good intentions.
As for me, you have nothing to worry about, sir.
I trust her.
That's enough for me. Let's not waste time. Do not mistake this somber moment for one of peace. This isn't the calm before the storm. We're in the eye of the storm. Time is scarce, the risk is great, and the consequences will be irreversible. I trust you've got the Black Grimoire already.
What do you think threatens us?
You're a wanted fugitive, so detainment, interrogation, and probably the noose. And you, miss.
The noose. They won't waste time interrogating me.
Why don't we move on from doubts to solutions?
The solution is to combine all of our individualities. Separately, we're all too... But if we form a pact, its consequences might reverberate throughout... Who knows, maybe that way we could save not only our own necks.
What about Wanda? Aren't you afraid she'll seek revenge?
Yes, and that revenge will push her to extreme measures. But what we're trying to build might save her from downfall. It's one of the reasons that time is of the essence.
I got my father's grimoire back. It was where we both expected it to be.
Have you studied it yet?
I've browsed through it. My father somehow managed to conceal the meaning behind written words. I can feel that it's there, but it keeps slipping away.
I think the combination of our powers might solve your problem.
Can you tell me what we're talking about exactly?
Before he died, Stanisław Szulski created a hypothesis upon which he tried to use the full potential of Thaumaturge's mental bond.
You mean peeking inside each other's heads? That is not arcane knowledge.
Szulski believed that connected Thaumaturges could share their powers.
It's still just a hypothesis. How can we verify it?
Only through an experiment, I presume.
Let's not waste any more time. What else do we need to form such a pact?
First of all, a fourth member. The other one you mentioned. Who is that?
The only one that comes to mind is Ariel Rofe.
He crossed my mind too. Do you think he could be useful with the reputation he has? He hasn't shown up at the Ruzhitz much lately.
Do you know him well?
Not personally. People talk about him in the neighborhood. Sometimes more, sometimes... Don't give it too much.
I'll bring him in. At least I'll try.
There's one more thing. That Folje who healed you.
How do you think I...
It would be most imprudent to let such suspicious people inside your mind for too long. If you're still bound to him somehow, I'm afraid you'll have to...
Yes. Tell him it's not him, it's you, and so on. Remember, this is no longer a question of only your...
Madame, the tea is ready. I have to go down now.
Did you come to check on me?
Would that be wrong?
Your resistance girlfriend won't mind. It's a rhetorical question.
Who is Sarah?
You saw my files at Konieczkin. Sara Rivkin is none of your business.
All right.
Do you have any other...
What actually convinced...
A woman without secrets becomes vulnerable.
Let me guess.
Surprise me.
I think it's hard not to be impressed by me. Especially after you found out how many senators I could...
I'm mostly impressed with your sense of...
What are your impressions after meeting our host?
Do you trust no one, or are you just being polite?
I just wanted to know if what we are planning here is going to work. You'll have to trust us at some point.
I'm not sure if he's a good Feldchair, but he seems to be an experienced Thaumaturge. And it's not easy for me, but I think I would... Not that I have any choice.
I'll come back late.
Sure.
Vaše dokumenty.
Pardon?
What don't you understand? Documents.
Officer, you've got the wrong man.
Anyone with a book is a suspect. Documents.
Рядовой Стрельцов, I'll take documents, or are you deaf? Show them.
No.
Нет?
Visuma socially. A little patience. What am I to...
You can finish them off. We'll have one less problem.
Wonderful idea. I won't take you up. I don't know what Rasputin sees in you. This is not a good time for Thaumaturges. Skowron's put out a warrant. What are you doing here?
I was attending to personal matters unrelated to Rasputin.
There is nothing more important than matters related to Rasputin. You shouldn't waste time. He needs you. Now.
What are Rasputin's plans?
It's not for me to guess his intentions. You won't find him on Povonskovska anymore. Go to Povishle and find a brother. There, among his lesser brothers and sisters, Rasputin puts his will...
Intriguing. The things people come up with.
You made it, my friend. Wonderful.
What's the occasion? Do you want to thank me for something again?
Not today. Today, all of you gathered at this table are equally important. I want to celebrate you with this humble supper. I hope you'll join us.
Grigori, we have to talk.
That sounded serious. And one should sit down before discussing serious matters. Perhaps during supper. Will you join me?
All right, I'll stay. And what do you plan to do after supper?
God created a world and placed a beautiful garden within it in the east. Then, he placed a man there. The plan is for us to meet in paradise as well, because there we will get that which we deserve, my friend. No more, no less. Do you recall our conversation over your father's grave, when I asked who you feel you are?
Yes, I replied that I am defined by Thaumaturge.
And I promised you all of the Empire's thaumaturgic knowledge. And it will be so. So help me God.
I believe in what you promised me.
Amen. We'll talk more about the future soon, my friend. But my bladder's calling. And Victor, I am telling you now before it happens, so that when it does take place, you may believe that I am he.
Water! People, give me water!
Is he dead? Oh, God. He's dead!
I'll get you. It's okay. Is this what death is like? An infinite void? Where am I? Is this hell? Well, I could have seen it coming.
I'm telling Mom, all you Thaumaturges are crazy.
And the teacher said, Victor, is the rat here in the classroom with us right now? I almost pissed myself.
Cozy.
Slow down. You'll get your clothes all dirty.
I'm the head of this family, and I deserve respect. You'll put me in an early grave. This is the end. You've lost. Did you not hear what I said? This is the end.
I was wondering where you'd bother me.
You needed me, so here I am.
What trial? Is this some... Barbarit.
Yes. A trial over the conscience of Viktor Shulsky.
Of what do I stand accused?
And what weighs on your conscience?
Enough. Starting now, we're doing things my way. Release me.
You're in charge here, remember? If you wish to skip the trial, it will be so. Are you ready to hear the verdict?
I want to hear the verdict.
What do you think the trial has revealed?
The fact that I can bend the rules of any game because I'm a Thaumaturge.
And you think that's the way it should be?
Yes. I would be a fool if I didn't live up to my potential. It's what makes me special.
The verdict is... guilty. Guilty of self-involvement, suppressing his conscience, and breaking others at will. Guilty, guilty, guilty.
This cannot end like this.
And it won't end until you begin on one of the paths. This is the only way you can atone for your transgressions.
Are you talking about Rasputin and the coterie?
There may be other paths available. Which one do you prefer?
What do you want to tell me?
That you can reach the world. Follow. Does it surprise you? But now, folk. Why the coterie?
Because you never managed it. I'll show you that I can.
So, you accept everything that was meant for you, and you will use it as you see fit. Are you happy with events taking this course?
Yes, I want...
So, remember what it is you're feeling now.
And you? What would you do in my...
I died beneath that tenement house. What you see is an embodiment of your pride, conscious. You are your own worst enemy.
Will I ever see you?
That's entirely up.
Let's meet in paradise, the garden near the fountain. You are Peter, a rock, and upon this rock I will build my... I have an idea who the author is, but I don't know. I have no idea where to look for this paradise. I don't remember how I ended up here. Is it possible? You're right. I'll think about... Liga?
Christ, don't sneak up on me like that. How do you feel?
You took care of me. Thank you.
Forget it, I wouldn't have managed it on my own. Grażynka helped me. Are you sure you don't want to rest some more?
Where is Grażynka?
She left to get some supplies. It's hard to buy anything now, but maybe she just had to hide somewhere.
Did someone come here when I was asleep?
Apart from myself, Uncle, and Grażynka, I didn't let anyone...
I found an unusual letter on the nightstand. About a...
What letter? The only garden that's being talked about now is the one at Dolinka. The Tsar and his entourage are planning to have a garden party in a park there.
Would you use the phrase garden in the east to describe Dolinka?
In the east? Dolinka is south of here.
What is this party at Dolinka Szwajcarska?
The Tsar is celebrating his son.
Is everything all right? You look...
That's because I am. Whatever is happening on this...
Is that why you unearthed Papa's musket? Does it still work?
Just now I thought I would find out. Before you woke up, they shot a man on our street. He crawled away somewhere, but The entire city has gone insane. The Governor General has closed the borders and isn't letting anyone...
Maybe the Russians are waiting for us to kill each other ourselves. And they may...
Only madmen roam the streets now.
I won't let you get hurt as long as I live.
In that case, I wonder how long it will last. Did you intend to inform me that you escaped?
I'm not responsible for what's happening in the streets now, if that's what you're implying. I'm the one who was injured, remember?
I'm just worried about you. Besides, I guess I'm most worried about Gražinyj.
Do you know if anything happened?
I didn't even want to try to get in there to check. You shouldn't go there.
This chaos in the city. How long has it been?
3 days. Uncle brought you here, half dead. Do you know what day it is?
Hold on.
The last day of...
I'm sorry, I don't have anything for you.
You have risen from the dead. That has to be enough for... Grażynka.
I thought I'd find you in worse health. I see you once again managed to avoid the consequences. I'm afraid I must put a stop to this. You are under arrest for taking part. You'll also be held accountable for escaping from the Citadel and for your active support of the social... Your brother didn't bother to mention that, Miss Lygia? You'll be coming with us, Mr. Shulsky.
Try and force me, Chief.
Don't make the situation worse, Victor. You can still get out of it, I'm sure of it.
You have no idea what you're talking about. It wasn't cooperation. Konieczkin is an ulcer that father couldn't get rid of, and I'm closer to...
If you don't resist, I give you my word that no harm will come to your sister. Shall we?
No, Chief. We'll finish this here.
I didn't receive an invitation, so I decided to drop in on my own. After all, today is a Shulsky family holiday.
Mr. Niedzits, Warsaw will get rid...
We seem to have some unfinished business.
Get in line.
I'll gladly watch. And because they'll probably botch the job,
I won't beg for mercy, if that's what you were hoping for.
I had a feeling these incompetent blockheads wouldn't finish the job. It's a good thing I loaded my gun today.
You've just been presented with an opportunity to return to the path of righteousness, Mr. Niedzits. Perhaps you'll...
Shut up, ghoul! Friendship is dying here.
About it, What are you doing?
You should ask yourself. You're not there when I need you, you despise my coffee, and you still owe me 5 rubles.
Not now.
Did I choose the wrong moment? Fine. I'll wait.
Will you leave my fresh corpse to your sister as a gift? Blood soaks into stone for many long years. A unique birthday gift. Yes, you're a born murderer after all. What are you—
I'm not waiting.
Victor. The Shulsky family. We'll never be squared up now. You owe me a debt because I won't give you up. Unless you force me. Curtain call. Nejits exits the stage. Silence.
I guess we have to clean up in here.
Yes, it's better that Grażyna doesn't see it when she returns.
Yes. Done. It doesn't even show.
It's as good as it gets. Rest in peace, Chief. How do you feel? Did I scare you?
I know you had to do it, otherwise you would have been in his position. What's next? What do you intend to do?
I'm still thinking.
Do you want to know what I would do?
Please do.
If it was so simple, I would leave as far away from here as possible. But I know that this city won't easily forget you, and you about it.
Thank you.
Did I help?
I think so. I'll let you know. You've known me better than anyone for so many years. You were always with me, and you always will be. We have to talk about our future. Any ideas? I was thinking about our Thaumaturge friends. Who will understand better than them? Apart from you, of course. You're right. We both owe a lot to Rasputin. If it wasn't for him, we wouldn't even be... But his path, even if it does lead to the Romanovs' court, is uncertain. Do you think Rasputin could have survived? The letter, yes. But it doesn't decide anything. But if he's alive, can we trust him? He may take us to see the Tsar, but what will be the price? On the other hand, if everything works, I can become more powerful. Tough choice. Let's not waste any more time. Let's try to resurrect my father's course. Let's return to our magical friends. Rasputin will have to return from the dead alone.